National Press Day by Dr. Joseph I. Thomas, Postdoctoral Fellow, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kerala. Introduction. The right to freedom is freedom often propagates an individual in social and political life. Articles 19, 20, 21A, and 22 consist of provisions concerning the right to freedom. Six freedoms are granted to any citizen in the country as provided in Article 19. They are described in the coming slide. The six freedoms that is granted as per Article 19 is described. Freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peacefully without arms, freedom to form associations or unions, freedom to move freely throughout India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of India, freedom to practice any profession or to carry on business or occupation or trade. Press freedom. The Constitution of India allows freedom of press under Article 19, Section 1A. According to Article 19, Section 2, freedom is provided in interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India and not as a license to offend the peace and liberty of citizens of India protected under Article 19(1). Rights of citizens. Freedom of speech and expression under Article 19(1)(a) of the press also covers the right to criticize the government as well as the right to hold unpopular or unconventional views. When anyone tries to bring hatred or contempt or excites disaffection towards the government, it's called act of sedition. The punishment for sedition is 3 years of jail time, which can extend for jail to life along with fine. The law commonly used to curtail such criticism is known as the Sedition Law under Section 124A of Indian Penal Code. Rights Right to propagate and receive information. Indian citizens, including the press, have the right to ask for information from public bodies through the Right to Information Act 2005. The Indian news press enjoys twofold protection: the freedom of speech and expression guaranteed under Article 19(1)(a) and the freedom to engage in any profession, occupation, trade, industry, business, etc. guaranteed under Article 19(1)(g). Restrictions on the right to freedom and expression. The state can enforce reasonable restrictions on the right of the exercise of the right to freedom of expression based on 8 grounds. They are defamation, contempt of court, decency or morality, security of the state, friendly relation with other states, incitement to an offense, sedition, and public order. Defamation. Defamation refers to the statements which injures a man's reputation. Contempt of court. Contempt of court is restriction may be instituted on the freedom of speech and expression if it surpasses the reasonable limit and amounts to contempt of court. Decency or morality. Section 292 to 294 of Indian Penal Code provides for sections where freedom of speech and expression is limited in the interest of dignity or morality. Security of the state. Under Article 19(2), fair limitations on the freedom of speech and expression can be placed in the context of state security. Friendly relation with other states. The intention behind the provision is to prevent unrestricted malicious publicity against a foreign friendly state that can disrupt India's good tie with that state. Incitement to an offense. Added through the 1951 Constitution Amendment Act, freedom of speech and expression cannot provide citizens with the privilege to incite people on committing offense. Sedition. Sedition supports all those activities, whether through words or writing, determined to disrupt the state's tranquility and drive misguided individuals to subvert the government. Public order. Introduced by the Constitution Act, which perturbs public peace or tranquility perturbing public order. In the interest of public order involves only those utterances meant explicitly, but also those which appear to contribute to disorder. In this presentation on freedom of speech and expression, I have expressed the rights of a citizen and which are all the freedom that a citizen can enjoy. This presentation was made as a part of information service and commitment to society by our group. I believe that this short presentation will help all the listeners.